to Forever 21 and was real meek about it and everything. About those two super neat rhinestone belts that I really liked. The one I was going to keep and one I was going to retail out. Um, and I was pretty sure they weren't going to do nothing over that one that I cut the two price tags things off. But actually, the two girls behind the counter were very nice. Now, this is at Destin Commons in Florida. And I thought the store was already closed down a while back because it was in bad shape. But it's still here. They just have real limited hours. Um, and they're like 10 to 7 p.m. But they have some really good prices uh, on um, on clothes. Much better than the stores I went to today, actually. So far, they have beat the mark. I have researched online because I'm looking for like bell bottom pants and jeans. Um, and because I got to wear jeans at work, and I hate them. And I do not like peg leg or any of that kind of pants. So, and being that bell bottoms is a big thing again and all that, I just love them. And so, uh, anyway, Um, it's unfortunate that I didn't get more of them yesterday because a lot of them sold out, and you don't want to ask them for that stuff in the back. That's just not cool. But anyway, they have a bunch of pants on sale, really cheap. Look at the shirt, how fun. Um, and so anyway, the girl was real nice. She said, I will do a one-time honor of cash back, being that you paid cash, but on both items. I said, really? Because I wasn't sure if you'd take that other one back. Um, and I said, I didn't even get to put it on or anything. I was examining it when I took the one tag off before I took the other tag hanger thing off. And so they noticed that the one stone was like sunken in. Um, but still, that means it's just going to fall out. And the other one did have an absolute missing stone. You have to really look at them carefully. But again, if it's going to be like that before I've even worn it or anything like that, it's not worth buying because they're just going to fall out repeatedly. And I will just wig out because I like all my stuff like really perfect. And I do have stones and stuff that I can reset into things like that if I need to. I have high grade Swarovski stones, lots of them. Promise, taking the time to do it, and you don't want to wear it if like, some of it's missing, and then it just ends up somewhere in the fixed pile with a lot of other things that need to be fixed. So they were very kind and offered me cash refund, and I said, "Look, I came here anyway because I got to come back to get this other pair of pants, because it didn't have the hem in it, but I can hem it, and they were so cheap compared to all these other ones I've looked at some other stores, um, and the big bell bottoms, like bell bottoms, okay, not baggies, bell bottoms." Um, and so, uh, and then I noticed that the size that I got may have been a little bit too big. I don't like to try clothes up in the store, and I can still retail them out. And I could decorate them with stones and paint them, do all kinds of fun stuff, and retail them out. But anyway, I wanted to make sure before all the stuff is gone because those were in the sale rack and they were relatively cheap, like $17 to $19, and that's not a bad price at all. Um, and they weren't like all trashed out fabric and stuff. I don't like all that ripped up trash out stuff, but I can hem that stuff with a machine. But I ended up getting three pair. The other ones were gone, that were better sizing, so I ended up getting like three different sizes from what I had got. Hopefully one will fit, otherwise I have to retail them out and won't be a problem because they're super bells, and they're jeans. Everybody likes jeans. I don't like them. They're like wearing steel on my body. I hate them. I don't care if they're faded or rhinestoned or leather trimmed or what they are. I just don't like them. They were fun when I was a kid, but I don't like them. You'll find a lot of Southern people that absolutely love them. They say that jeans keep them warm. That is the thing to wear. When I moved to Oklahoma, they're like Wrangler, Wrangler, Wrangler. And my best friends gave me like 20 pair of Wranglers, and I was like, okay, thank you. I would never wear them. Never in my life. I hate them. Matter of fact, I've got hefty bags of jeans that have to be retailed out. Um, uh, that were collectors back in the early 2000s. People were paying like $100 a pair for these older Levi's and Wranglers and all that. I've got bags of them. Then I've got a series of them where I bleached them and decorated them and all that, and they were real pretty. I did some zebra stripe and all kinds of fun stuff. Um, uh, but those need to be retailed out. So anyway, hopefully I'll get a pair that fits me. Otherwise, there'd be some really nice retail pants to retail out. But they were very nice. I thank you guys over here at Forever 21 Destin Commons in Florida, Destin, Florida, at this big giant mall here, which normally nothing is very cheap in this mall. Forever 21 is quite a reasonable store. I've always been a fan of Kohl's sales racks because I could get stuff for $4, $6, $10. Really nice stuff. Um, and but I did find one on the internet that's in my area that I will have a look at and see if they have any good stuff. But there's a real good one up in Dothan, Alabama. But otherwise, I got to go look at this other store over here that I researched on the internet. Claims they have bell bottoms relatively cheap, and I'm going to go over there and look and see if they have some real ones. And that way, some of the pants that I have bought used and some new, um, because I worked so many hours I didn't get to do laundry, so I had to literally buy some clothes because I had no time to do laundry at all. The past couple weeks, they worked me so much and so much overtime. It's like looks illegal my paycheck. Okay, um, so I can retail those pants out that I don't like as well. That have those really skinny legs and the peg leg thing. I hate those. I absolutely hate them. And they look dorky with my flat shoes that I got to wear for work. Because I usually wear restaurant shoes for work, and it just looks really dorky to me. So, uh, yeah. So it's not a big problem. I can retail those out on the internet, and I can have more comfortable pants for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I wanted to make sure to end this on a happy note. If I can say something good about somebody, I really like to do that. But bravo to Forever 21 staff for being so kind, because I promise you, I would never take a garment back that I sold to somebody without the tags on it, whether it's jewelry or shoes or clothes. I want the tags on it to prove that it's not used. And being that it was overnight, even though I called him, like 10 minutes after I'd left the store on the purchase, I did not have time to go back. It's still, I had it overnight, those two items. And, I don't know if I wore it or not, which I did not, and never got to even try them on. But I sure liked them. But I can't, it's like placing a bet. If you're going to place a bet with money, make sure it's a good bet, because you're going to regret it otherwise. So that was really awesome of them. I thank them graciously again. Great business. And I ended up spending, that money back with them and an additional 20, and walked out with 3 pairs of really nice pants for the price. Okay. So thank you so much at Forever 21. Um, Good business. Very good business. I'm very, very surprised because I was told on the phone I would not get cash back and it would be a store credit or exchange. And I was like, oh, because I only saw a few things in the store that I would purchase because I don't need any of the other stuff right now. I've got so much stock to list. I've got to be very careful with my money, and I want to stay in the league of stuff that I can make minimum of $20 per sale. All this little bitty stuff, it just, unless it's got a sell through rate that's horrendously fast, it's not worth buying all this petty stuff. Like I see YouTubers all the time that are eBayers, And they buy all this junk in the secondhand stores, and they buy a doll to make a $3 profit and another thing to make a $5 profit. And still, you got to buy the packaging materials and wrap it and ship it, waste gas to get to the post office and your time by the hour and all that stuff. You're broke. It's not worth it. You got to stay above, you know, 20 dollars plus profit to you after fees and everything, because you got to pay these people house. They all have fees, and eBay's really high if you're on eBay. Um, so there you have it. But thanks again, you guys. It's been a slice of heaven. Appreciate you. Good business. Bravo. Bravo. Very kind of them to do that. I did have the option to walk out with my money. But I did go in that rack just to check to see if that other stuff is still there. Unfortunately, most of them were sold. But I did pick up three. Hopefully, one of them will fit, um, or two. Otherwise, I'll sell them all. Talk to you guys later. I love you. Have a great one. There's always a good ending to the day. There should be, anyway. Do some kind for a stranger. Love you.